welcome to episode 1 of B3 Mythological Character Interviews. Today, we have a special guest, the founder of Rome, Aeneas. Aeneas, could you answer a few of our questions?
Sure.
Okay, could you describe your journey to the west from Troy to create Rome?
Well, first I received a dream from my mother, the goddess Aphrodite. She told me I was supposed to found a great city to the west with a great number of heroes being born to it. I started my journey with a trusted crew and sailed west. We faced many hardships, but using my motivational speeches, I kept morale high, and we kept moving forward. In the middle of my journey, I met a woman called Ditto who had founded her own city. I was inspired by her, a woman who had already achieved a goal similar to my own, and fell in love. However, after a few years, I remembered my original goal and left her to go found my own city. I wonder how she's doing now, and for a country of Carthage is prospering. Anyways, next I arrived in Italy and the king betrothed his daughter to me. However, this hoe named Turnus wanted to steal her and began a war with me. It was a difficult fight and I was injured, but I managed to lure him out and end him in single combat. I learned the significance of compassion back when I visited the underworld and made sure to respect him even after death.
Thank you for our participation interviews. Due to the long nature of that answer, we don't have time anymore. See you next time on another episode of B3 Mythological Character Interviews.
Where am I?
Welcome to episode 2 of B3 Mythological Characters Interview. Today, we have a special guest, Ditto. Ditto, could you please answer a few questions? Are you willing to answer a few questions?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Well, I heard you single-handedly created a whole city by yourself. Could you tell us the story?
Well, a long time ago, my husband Sichaeus died to my brother Pygmalion, which caused me to flee from Tyre. But I kept strong and founded a city off the northern coast of Africa called Carthage.
Wow, that's amazing and inspirational. Well, my sources tell me that there was this guy called like Aeneas or something. He was pretty important too. He passed by your city sometime. Could you tell us about that?
He was also attempting to create a new city and had dreams of grandeur. I felt we were destined to be close, and eventually I ended up falling in love with him. We lived happily for a few years, however, he ended up leaving to continue to pursue his dream, which I fully support. However, for some reason, my love for him wouldn't die, and my mentality as a ruler of a city was affected negatively. Aphrodite must have cursed me because as a great powerful ruler of a city, I ended up committing suicide over a guy. The gods are such pricks.
Well, that's a statement I can agree with. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for participating, Ditto, and then we'll see you next time.
Where am I? Is this the underworld?
Oh, welcome to episode 3 of B3 Mythological Characters Interview. I am your host, Peter Jiang, and today we are interviewing Achilles, the legendary hero of the Trojan War. Achilles, could you answer a few of our questions?
Sure.
So, first question, what is the secret to your massive strength? And dude, what is your bench?
What is bench? Also, I became this strong because I am a chosen of the gods. I was destined to live a life of greatness. Some people say I'm egotistical and have a thirst for glory, but I think that is just my birthright. I will have my name go down in history.
Alright, makes sense. Next question. I heard in the middle of the Trojan War, you stopped fighting for some reason, and then caused the Greeks to suffer massive losses because of your absence. Why did you stop?
Well, that is obviously because that hoe Agamemnon stole my concubine, making me upset. How dare he steal from the great hero Achilles? He stole from me, thus he deserves to have his soldiers die. I even considered helping the Trojans because of how badly he stained my honor.
Seems like a legitimate reason. Okay. Well, I heard you also started fighting again in the middle after a while. Why'd you start fighting?
That is because Patroclus, my gay lover, died. I could temporarily forgive Agamemnon in order to kill that evil Hector. I even desecrated his body for multiple days, just what he deserves. The only reason his body wasn't fed to the fishes was because his father had to beg me to give it back. Those fools. If only that hadn't angered me, I wouldn't have joined it, and single-handedly swung the momentum of the war around.
Well, that'll be all for today, folks. We'll see you next time on the last episode of B3 Mythological Character Interviews.
Darn, is this the afterlife? Where are the judges?
No, this is not the afterlife. This is the TV show B3 Mythological Characters Interview. I am your host, Peter Jiang, and this will be the final episode, episode 4. In order to celebrate our last episode, we brought in a special guest, the great King Agamemnon. Welcome, Agamemnon, and could you answer a few of our questions before we have to send you back to where you came from?
Sure.
Alright. Firstly, I heard you stole Achilles' concubine for some reason, which caused him to drop out of the war, and major soldiers suffer massive losses. Describe what happened.
Well, that little bugger Achilles needed to know who was in charge. He may be strong, but he is no king. I'm the king here. As to when he dropped out of the war, that was a sign of his disloyalty. I couldn't exactly give his concubine back to him in case he thought I was a pushover. This is just like when my younger brother's wife, Helen, was stolen by that Paris guy, which started this whole war. I couldn't let those weakling Trojans think we are pushovers. We are the greatest, blessed by the gods, and I, as king, am the greatest.
Makes sense. I definitely agree. So, next question. How do you feel about Achilles being the one to lead the army to victory while, as you were leading, they suffered losses instead?
His strength is my strength. As I am the king, all the glory of the victory should be attributed to me, the king. That is also why I always took the largest portion of the loot in battles. Without a strong government, they wouldn't be able to survive. I am the most important person. Achilles loses control of his temper all the time, making him easy to control. I, as king, am always stable. Thus, I am the better leader. He just got lucky in winning the war.
Well, it appears we're out of time now. Well, we won't see you next time as this is the last episode, but goodbye.